back with Baz. You are listening to Blues on the Hill. That was Mama Blue and Son off the CD. We have Olive May, Mama Blue, and son Steve Romig in the studio with us. Okay, another great track off the CD.
Yes, it is good. We like it.
I love it.
You were saying, you know, rocking along in the studio with us here.
Oh yeah, swinging around. I dance in a chair.
Are you going to do another one for us live? Which one are we going to do now?
Look at my baby dance.
Tell us
You
about-
wrote that for me.
Okay, what's the story behind this one?
Oh, it was actually, and that, I just, look at my, the actual melody, it had that sort of, I don't know, that sort of Cab Calloway kind of vibe to it, you know, and I just liked it from that point of view. So I was a bit loose with, I added jazz chords, you know, augmenteds and flattened nines and stuff like that. You know, oh, it's not real blues. But, oh, that's not real blues. Can't have that.
I'm not one of the blues police here, so
I know.
blues, rock and
Oh,
soul, I'll play it all.
Yeah, well, it's you know, I think music's the sort of thing where you've got to have it's got to come together. It's got to cross. It's got to progress. It's got to move this way and that way, and otherwise it just dies. I've always had the opinion with the people that say that, you know, it's just these old blues artists. They were the real blues people. I think if you went back and asked them if they discovered people doing bad copies of their music, they wouldn't be too pleased about the way that it went, if it went that way. But it didn't. People took the blues and then they added their own personality and their own viewpoint and their own you know, personalities onto the tracks and took it in different directions and were influenced by different types of music, and that's what makes the blues so fascinating and so varied.
You know, the statement that annoys me the most is all blues sounds the same. You know, like
Oh no, it doesn't.
there's so much variation in this genre, so many different variations. But anyway, let's get to this song.
Yes, to the Batmobile. So
Go for it.
Shut up, I'm gonna sing it. Look at my baby dance. Look at my baby shuffle. He ain't no fancy pants, but he's a good man in a scuffle. He puts my mind at ease. He knows just how to please me. And every now and then by chance I get to look at my baby dance. He's a real man, not a fop. When he loves me, he don't stop. And somewhere along the ride shows me his sweeter side. Know what I mean, girls? Look at my baby sway when he thinks nobody's looking. He captured my heart that way. Look at my baby sway. Puts my mind at ease. He knows just how to please me. And every now and then by chance get to look at my baby dance. He's a real man, not a fop. Real man. When he loves me, he don't stop. And somewhere along the ride shows me his sweeter side. Know what I mean, girls? Look at my baby sway when he thinks nobody's looking. He captured my heart that way. Look at my baby sway. Look at my baby. Look at my baby. Look at my baby dance.
Yeah. Absolutely beautiful. The crowd is going berserk in the studio. Thanks very much.
That's all right.
Absolutely wonderful. Now, let's talk about, you've got the #1 CD. You've got to get out there and play.
Yes.
How's the festival? You've done festivals, you've been out there. Tell us about the experience of getting it out there once you've got the CD out there.
Well, it's been really, really positive. You know, I mean, I remember we did the Blues Challenge last year, and this was we hadn't been together for too long. We didn't have 20 minutes worth of material to do. There's no danger of us going overtime. Mum was nervous. I was there and I hadn't sort of fully locked into the guitar parts and stuff like that. So we were, you know, but still, Mum, we went over it. You could have heard a pin drop in the place, you know. And people kept coming up to us and saying how wonderful it was to see something like this, where you've got a mother and son together. They said, and until that particular time, I didn't know that it was absolutely unique. Nobody'd done it before.
Yeah.
And you think about it, I mean, you've had sons come in and say, okay, Dad, I'm going to manage you. And like Tom Jones and Tony Bennett and all those dudes. But this was new, and people were actually touched by it to the point where one big bloke who you would think it would be a tough old, he was crying. He was literally, he was crying. He was saying, "This is so touching," you know.
Yeah, no, that's what this music does. It's what the music has the ability to do to people, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And you know, it's passion and soul. You hear it in the music, and it gives you that emotion, and that's a wonderful thing. And you must feel great that knowing that you can move people.
Well, it is fantastic, and each situation has been. Look, I've been playing music for a long time, and I've had to work really hard in an audience situation, maybe get 40-50% of the audience, 60% of the audience, where, you know, Australian, and I'm not saying this in a disparaging way, Australian audiences are probably the rudest in the world.
Yeah.
They will sit and talk through anything. I
agree. It really irks me when you have someone that's got putting so much passion and soul into what they're doing, and the amount of effort there, and people are just talking over it and giving it no respect. And, you know, which is the great thing about blues audiences, appreciative blues audiences, which is what you'll get at the MBAS, you know, the Melbourne Blues Appreciation Society, and people like that. And most of the venues that you go to with a true blues audience is you will get that respect.
Yeah. But we've actually been finding that people who aren't a true blues audience, like we did a gig on Sunday, and we got 90% of them, I'd say. We get 90% of the audience. We've actually, the thing that's been surprising us too is the amount of people that are showing up to our gigs. You know, we've got
grey-haired groupies.
Yeah, we've got groupies, and we've got people that have heard us on 3AW or whatever and come in just to see us. You know,
fabulous. So the publicity's paying off then.
Well, the publicity's paying off, and I think the story is appealing to people, and also the fact that the music's so good as well. You know, they hear it on the radio, and it's unique. There's nobody really doing it this particular way. So everything. I'm not blowing my own horn here, and I didn't realise this until after we'd actually done it, but everything about this is unique. The story, the situation, the music that we're playing.
And we think too, you might have a Guinness Book of World Records thing on there. We think it might be a chance.
I'm not the shortest person in the world. I'm not the tallest. By far not the fattest, so, you know.
You may be the oldest to record, so you're gonna follow that up, aren't you?
Yeah, I will actually. I'll do that tomorrow.
That's not a bad idea.
Thanks for that. That's a great idea.
So, no, it's wonderful you're getting it out there. And you've also been doing a bit of busking as well.
Yeah, busking in the city. The delight of people. They can't believe what they're seeing a lot of the time. We just sort of sit there because we've got to sit down because I've got stomp boxes and other things I'm operating with my feet.
And I can't stand up for ages anymore.
No, she can't. Not anymore. Not like in the old days, you know. She used to go out and dance and all that. But, yeah, it's so you get up and we start singing and stuff, and people just stand around and watch, and we've been selling CDs on the street and all that.
Yeah, are they amazed you've got this? Then you pull the CD out and they'll say,
Yeah.
oh, wow, you've got a
Yeah.
CD to go with it. So this is pretty good.
Yeah, it's they're enjoying it. You know, of course, you get the usual people that come in and think the entertainment's provided by the council. You guys are great. Yeah, thanks very much. Yeah, appreciate it.
Just throw money at us, we'll be
Yeah,
we'll throw
it's
money.
just, like you to know we're related to English royalty, which means we'll only do it for money.
And what about the festivals? A Chuka festival you did?
Yeah, we did the Echuca Festival.
Winter Blues, yeah? How was
Yeah, we
that?
did the Winter Blues Festival, and that was once again that was it was people were saying, oh, you know, so close to the earth and all that sort of stuff that she didn't get dressed up and she was wearing a wind cheater. She hadn't worn a wind cheater. We'd have to peel her off the seat with a spatula, you know. But you know, it was freezing there. But the cool thing was that we started to play. And people who were passing by just to go to other venues to hear the acts there ended up stopping. And the first day, we were supposed to do 3 45-minute sets. We were having so much fun. We went for nearly 2 hours. And everybody that was there stayed. We had
Yeah,
people
they just
going
stood
up.
there.
We had people who would stand up and look at their watch and think, and look over, and I could see them do it, and they go, we'll just stay here. And yeah, it was great. And then people came up and just
And sold lots of CDs, I
We
hope.
did.
We did. We sell. I just couldn't keep up with these people throwing $20 notes at me.
Yeah.
I thought I'd get a bucket and I can catch them. You know.
No, this is where we learn to have change. 'Cause these people would come up with $50 notes. You've got change. It says, "What do we look like, a bank?"
Everywhere I go now, I've always got 2 20s and 2 10s. In case somebody gives us a 50, you know, then you know. So, you can take me home for $20, I tell them.
Yes.
All
I
right,
can
let's
still
play another
put-
one off the CD.
Yeah.
This is one of Olive May's favourites. Yeah, we're going to do, what are we going to do? Bessie's
Billy's Blues.
Billy's Blues,
It's
sorry.
number
That's-
10, actually. It didn't get on the back cover. It's on the inside cover.
Well, there you go.
It's one of those things that's going to make that a collector's item, mate, so hang on to it.
Well, so how did you select who was selecting all the songs for the CD?
Well, I selected a lot of them.
Okay.
Because there's things I've been singing for years around the house.
And this is one that you've...
And I'd play a CD and I find, oh, I like that one. I'd learn it. And I thought, maybe I'll use it one day. But I started singing around the house and put my own style into them. But as I say, in the car is my recording studio for me. I don't put the radio on. I'm driving along, I'm singing all these songs. And I like to perfect it so that when I do record it, it goes just like that.
Okay.
One take.
Ah.
Just call me Mrs. Sinatra.
I like that immediacy, you know. I like
And
that.
Steve Romig, we are showcasing Mama Blue and Son. We haven't even mentioned the name of the CD. That's a bit slack, isn't it? It's called Out of Cash, Out of Luck, and Out of Booze. There's a nice name. Talking about
I don't
names.
drink.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You should keep telling people that.
So come
Yeah,
on,
very
who
much.
came up with that one?
Well, that was a line from one of the songs. It was, G'day. Out on the street, out of cash, out of luck, and out of booze. There it was, you know. So I thought, perfect. I love it. It's the same thing, you know. The name, everything falls into place. You know, when you get it, it just seemed like a good name.
Well, he
It's got
said to me, "What are we going to call ourselves?" I just sat there and said, "Mama Blue," and you know what? It's
It's a
been that
good
ever
name.
since. I don't know why. It just fell out of my face, as you might say.
A great name, yeah.
Yeah.
And,
And it is because I had a very bad life. I had a very hard life, and a lot of nasty things happened. And you know, it's another story. But I am Mama Blue because my life's been very blue,
and that's where the blues come from, is it? So
doesn't it?
Yeah. And,
So I thought, there you go.
fair enough. Now you're going to do another one because we're running out of time. But what are we
Okay.
going to do this time? Tell us about this next track.
Well, this is a song that Dinah Washington sang, and she was a bit risque, you know. She got married 13 times, had 2 children, and died from a barbiturate overdose at the age of 39.
That's the blues.
That's the blues. So, and this is one of the songs she used to sing.
Oh, hang
So a bit of adjustment there for Steve's mic.
I know a dentist. He's over 7 feet tall. Yes, I know a dentist. He's over 7 feet tall. Why, Long John they call him. He answers every call. I went to his office, told him the pain was killing. Yes, I went to his office, I said the pain was killing. He told me not to worry, my cavity just needed filling. He said when I stop drilling, I'll have to give you Novocaine.
I'm gonna have to give you Novocaine.
Yeah, when I start drilling, I'll have to give you Novocaine.
I'm gonna have to give you Novocaine.
'Cause most of you women just can't stand the pain. And he pulled out his trusty drill. He told me to open wide. He said it wouldn't hurt me, but it filled my hole inside. Long John, you got that magic touch. Why you thrill me when you drill me? I need you oh so much. When he got through, he said, that will cost you 10.
Pretty baby, that'll cost you 10.
Yeah, when he got through, he said, that will cost you 10.
My pretty baby, that'll cost you 10.
Well, 6 months from now, come back and see me again. Well, you gotta see your dentist twice a year, that's right. I think I'm feeling throbbing, so I'm going back tonight. Long John, you got that magic touch. Why you thrill me when you drill me, and I need you oh so much.
Yeah. And the crowd is going mad. The studio has filled up, as it always does when good music comes to 3NRG. People start drifting in from everywhere, and that's all right. We're happy with that. Thank you so much. Another great track from Mama Blue and Son. Now, we touched on the new recording before. Let's talk a little bit more about it. So, obviously, you've had great success with this one. You're going to do another one.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're toying with a couple of names for it. I'm thinking Mama Blue and Son and the Bad Bad Boys, because we're going to have a band come in this time.
Okay, you're going to expand on it?
Yeah. So we want to sort of get a couple of days in the studio where we lay down tracks and, you know, with a band playing all together, so we can create the dynamics of a band playing. So I thought the Bad Bad
All
Boys
fits into the blues mould.
Yeah. Sort of have a and we got a few songs for that already. The first one that we played.
Yeah.
And then there's
Aged and Mellow.
Aged and Mellow. We're going to be doing that one.
That's an old one. That's about a man who liked,
More,
you know.
Yeah, more
I
covers
like my
or
men,
more
like I like my
originals.
whiskey.
Well, it's the
You're going to mix it up again?
yeah, we're going to mix it up. There's going to be there's going to be more originals this stuff, because I got this time because I've got a few. One's called Rock My Soul, which I wrote for my girlfriend. She was expecting this soft sentimental ballad, and what she got was this thing, you know, stomp box and slide guitar and all that sort of stuff. And,
Fabulous.
and there's another one called Too Hard on the Beaver, which is it's the name says it all.
Yeah. But we better.
No idea.
And when I get the blues, and there's going to be, you know, more originals in the second one.
And what stage are we at? Where's it at?
Well, we're
It's-
at the
it's up here.
talking about it stage, and
Okay.
thinking about it. You know, I can. It's one of the, look. It's in my head, and I can hear everything in it, and I know how it's going to go, and I know the sound that I'm after.
So
and-
recording wise, it hasn't been your sort of set.
No, we haven't started yet. No.
Well, the studio that we're going to be recording in, I've got my next album called Blind Fingers Jefferson is going to be mixed in there in December. So we're probably not looking at recording anything until January.
It's just
February.
great the success you've had with this CD. I mean, you're both obviously blown away, and the reaction you're getting, you know, around Victoria. What about taking it out? Have you taken it out of Victoria? Have you been?
Well, we've looked at touring.
Yeah.
I sort of wanted to get something started on the East Coast for March, but soon discovered that everybody's booked up till July. So.